Yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Joreeezy, and I'm back again with another video for you. But this time, I'm going to give you the keys to real self improvement. All right. So, what does that mean? Let's break it down. Self improvement. Okay. The only person you should be competing with is yourself from yesterday, your past version. Okay. Your old self. And why I'm doing this video is actually it came from an interesting experience. All right. So I ran myself through one of those AI filters, right? And they generate an AI photo of you. And at the time I did this, I was out of shape. All right. I've been in the best shape I've ever been in the past 3 years. But last year I went on a decline, right? I wasn't in the best shape. I was getting sick. And that was around the time that these AI filters were popping up. So I did it and it showed me like almost a model version of me, right? Like I would look younger. I was in peak shape. It pissed me off. All right. It's funny. If you guys are Marvel fans, you'll understand this, but it pissed me off. And why I mentioned Marvel is because it almost made me think that it was a variant of me, right? If you're not familiar with comics or Marvel, a variant is in the multiverse, there's doppelgangers or there's different variants and different versions of yourself existing in those timelines, right? Maybe something in your life that was life changing didn't happen and it caused you to turn out a certain way. Then that's a variant of yourself. Maybe I don't know, something happened when you were younger that shifted your direction of life, right? Or your upbringing. That's a different variant of yourself. Maybe you chose to do a different sport than whatever sport you're doing right now. That's a different variant of yourself, right? So when I saw this AI art, I was like, God damn, imagine if there's a variant of myself out there that's killing it and doing way better than me. And that pissed me the fuck off. All right. So after that, this was different. Okay. I had a conversation with this subject with my friend Cyril, and on the podcast we were talking about putting different targets in front of us in order to strive and have something to, you know, reach, something to catch up to, something to aim for, right? And I feel like for the first time I was able to put a version of myself into the right on the crosshairs, right? I was able to put a version of myself as a target to aim at and to be better than, right? And that let me that reminded me of this quote: the only person you should be competing with is yourself from yesterday. But let's change that up a little bit. The only person you should be competing with is any kind of versions of yourself, right? Any kind of variants of yourself, okay? There's a variant of yourself that fucking goes to the gym all the time and you're over here playing games all the time. That thought alone, and if you're listening to this right now, that sentence alone should have sparked something in you to be like, fuck, I gotta get going. You know what I mean? It's called self-improvement because you're trying to improve yourself. You're not trying to be better than somebody else. That gets into like jealousy and another game that I haven't gone deep down in, but I have gone into shallow waters, and even just getting into shallow waters and those murky waters gets dangerous and tricky, you know? So try to stay away from that as a whole, but competing with yourself. If you can't understand competing with yourself from yesterday, then think about the variants and the multiverse versions of yourself. All right. And see if there's, like, for me, is there a Joreeezy going harder than me in another universe? Because if there is, I want to fucking beat him. You know what I mean? I want to be the best variant of myself. And I want that confidence of if I come across any other variant of myself, that variant will know that I am the Kang the Conqueror. You know, you should be so obsessed of being the better version of yourself and being the best variant of yourself that you completely forget about competing with anybody else. You're so obsessed with this game in your lane of self-improvement that other people see that, you know, and they aim for it too. It becomes very contagious, you know? It spreads like a wildfire when you see someone on their path, and that's what your purpose is supposed to be. You are on your purpose of self-improving, you know? We play all these mental games. Like, I used to play this mental game of catching up to people, right? That's a mental game. But this mental game is closer to, I feel like, the essence of self-improvement and just overall improving yourself. It's in the word, man. Word is bond. And, you know, I'm not gonna stretch this video out too long, but yeah, try to imagine if you meditate and imagine the multiverse, you know. Have you seen X-Men? You know, when Professor X is in Cerebro and he's kind of channeling all the mutants, try to channel your variant, right? And then just take notes. Don't hate on them because those are yourself. You don't want to hate on yourself, but be inspired and try to aim to be better than them. Okay. So it's also very relevant because of the Spider-Verse. So there's different canon events. Sometimes those canon events will dictate which variant of yourself you become, right? But despite all that, we all meet at one point. We're all existing now. And so we all have time to get better. All right. So there's somebody out there. There's another version of you out there if you believe in string theory, parallel universes, and metaphysics. There's another version of you out there that's going hard. All right. There's another version of you that's just chilling. There's another version of you that's alcoholic. There's another version of you that's obese, right? Which version of you are you? You know what I'm saying? And with that said, check us out on the Cave Podcast, K4V3.com. Check out the website. We talk about all the shit, you know, we get into it. And we have a panel of people over there with different perspectives. So if you want another perspective on this topic, we probably brought it up already on one of the podcasts that we have. So check us out. And with that said, it's your boy Joreeezy signing off with the Joreeezy way, because this is my way. This is what works for me. And I just want to share it with you. Peace out, y'all.